Alright, hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Crypto, Coffee and LoFi. Just a quick episode today. Try not to place too much importance on the patterns that the charts are printing now, as we are in pre-London Open on a Monday. Just like I explained last week, seeing a decent sized run up pre-London Open on a Monday isn't usually the greatest sign. We have seen a decent pump, and it is just into a previous area of distribution here. So if you are new here, I'm just using the same pattern to find accumulation and distribution. I'm using that same pattern to find support, resistance, and then that same pattern again as my entry trigger. So what is that pattern? I'm essentially just looking for a sweep of a level. Then once that level's swept, I look for a break of the high that's responsible for taking the low. So this is a bullish scenario. A bearish scenario would be a sweep of a high. And then I look for that high to be swept. And then once we break below, the low is responsible for taking that high. I then look for the same pattern to form again inside of this range. So if you take a look here, we swept out that low, broke above the high, retested, swept out that low, broke above the high, and then retested. So on the higher time frames, as long as these levels start to hold or continue to hold, then we should assume that price is bullish. However, we have started to see the beginning stages of distribution. Now, even if we are seeing some distribution, it doesn't necessarily mean that the trend on the daily, weekly, and H4 is over. It may just mean that we are gearing up for a retracement down to the larger, higher time frame levels. So you see how we swept out all of these lows here, broke above the high. We are yet to come back and properly retest the level and form a setup that is relative to this move right here. So even if we do break down, I wouldn't be surprised if we reaccumulate down at this low. But that is just a prediction, because for now we are still retesting the bullish levels and reaccumulating. So I'm thinking we do continue this move up today. So like I explained, we are seeing the beginning stages of distribution, but not quite enough confirmation for me to assume yet anyway that price is going to do the larger retracement. Retesting this bullish level here, and now we're reaccumulating. So sweeping out this low, breaking above this high right here. Then as we retest, sweeping out this low, breaking above this high. If on the lower time frames around London Open today or around New York Open we can get some reaccumulation, then I can look to get long. What I would like to see, the bullish case, would be an invalidation of this high. Then once that high is invalidated, we can retest this range and then reaccumulate. So for now, looking for longs at this level. If we break below this low and then revisit this range here, so something like this, and then redistribute, then I would assume that this is in fact a temporary top and that we would head to sub 4K, temporarily anyway. Similar story here on Bitcoin. Sweeping out this low, breaking above the high, sweeping out this low, breaking above the high. So if we can retest this level here and reaccumulate, then we should be good to head further up. Similar story, looking for this high to be invalidated. Then once we do invalidate that high, some reaccumulation somewhere inside of this range. If we break below this low and then redistribute, so something like this, then just like ETH, I would expect a retracement a little lower, sweeping out these lows, breaking above the high. Still no solid retracement all the way back to this zone here. So I wouldn't be surprised if this is a temporary top, then we get to retrace back to this level where we'll then reaccumulate, hopefully. Sol's looking good for a long. If you go back a few episodes ago, you'd see that I was looking for this level to be retested. Unfortunately, FTX front ran the level, so I didn't quite get my fill on that level anyway. But I'm back in most of my position at around $227, I think. For now, as long as all of these bullish levels are holding, then it's a sign that the market is just going to continue up. But I'll point out the invalidations now. So sweeping out this low, breaking above the high. All we're trying to do is find accumulation. So we're in an obvious uptrend. Rather than assuming that price is going to reverse, we should just look for the bullish levels. Once the bullish levels start to be invalidated, and then we see distribution, so bearish levels starting to form, then we can start to assume that price is going to start retracing. So breaking above the high, retracing, forming the same pattern again. So I'm looking for a retracement somewhere inside of this zone, and then hopefully we see some reaccumulation here around London Open. If we do, then that should be an easy long into these highs and then into all-time high. If that level breaks though, similar story, and then redistribution, then I think we head a little bit deeper inside of this range. No worries, I'm going to end the video there. If you enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe. If you're interested in the way that I'm analyzing the charts and taking these positions, click the link in the description below, pick up a copy of the strategy. There's 400 people in there, all using the same strategy to enter and exit positions, sharing ideas. No worries. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys.